What's going on, YouTube? It's Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm here with the 2024 Nissan Z Nismo. Not too long ago, I was here with the Nissan Z Performance Edition, but this is going to take it up just a little notch, actually a big notch. And spoiler alert, I was highly impressed with this Nissan Z Nismo. It's automatic only, 9-speed auto. Talk about that in a little bit. But this right here is a stealth gray. It's going to be exclusive to the Nismo edition. And I believe they are all two-tone. So we got a few colors on there. Got the 19-inch forged rays on here. Going to be a lot of little differences on here, mainly in that chassis and the suspension. But we'll show that on the drive. I want to give a huge shout out to Nissan for dropping the Z off with me for the week. Been a blast to drive, and I'm about to share the experience with you all. But before I do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. What's going to be the main difference between the Nismo and the Performance Z? Well, obviously, it's going to be this big Nismo badge on here. Duh. Nah, it's a lot more than just a badge on here. You can tell we got the red splitter down below and it goes along the side sill. It's going to help with the aerodynamics on here. This is going to be the track version of the Z. All-out track version. The suspension is going to be a whole lot firmer. This drives so much more different than the regular Z. And it's crazy how different they are in driving characteristics, that is. Got these 15-inch rotors up front, massive brakes. Going to help this stop. And these brakes, they really bite. Huge biting power. So I thoroughly enjoyed this car. So much so that this is my second video. Y'all see the first one that I recorded at a later date. But subtle differences is going to be, like I said, this paint color, stealth gray. And this katana blade on here is going to be like a gunmetal color. That's going to denote that this is a Z, minus the red striping. That should be the biggest giveaway with the Nismo on the back and front. The diffuser in the rear is going to be different. This is very aggressive, very good looking car. And a lot of people are going to cross shop this with the Supra. But in my opinion, I think the Z, I would rather live with the Z over the Supra. It's just a bigger car, much more comfortable. The Supra is pretty tight. And automatic for automatic, I got to go with the Z over the Supra. If it's a manual, I'm going with the Supra. Let's pop the hood and see what's powering the Z. We're going to have the 3-liter, the same 3-liter from the regular Z, 3-liter twin turbo V6. And this is going to be pumping out 420 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque. So that's going to step it up just a bit. It's going to have a narrower torque band than the Z Performance, but this is going to have more power. This is built for the track. For the track is the name of the game. This is a true track Z right here. With all these updates, this is going to be the most expensive Z that you can get. It's going to be above the Performance package. It's going to be above the Heritage Edition. Check out that video I did on that one. This is going to start around $65,000, and this one is going to be MSRP of $68,280. We do have a couple options on here. Those options being this illuminated door sill right here. And we're also going to have these premium carpet mats down there. Got the Nismo in it with the Z. That's cute. Other things to note about the Z. These seats, fully manual seats. Manual if you want to recline it. The little, looks like a rotary engine dial down there. Triangular, circular shape. That's how you're going to recline it. Just spin it. You got the thigh support and the butt angle down here. That's how you're going to adjust that down there. Fully adjustable on the driver's seat. Passenger side, I ain't seen that much. But this seat is going to hold you in so tight, so snug. This is a true track seat. Very, very comfortable seat. I really enjoy it. Any kind of curve is going to hold you in. Highly bolstered seat. I'm going to get this steering wheel right here. This is going to be an upgraded steering wheel. You can tell from the Alcantara on here. And at 12 o'clock, we're going to have the red stripe on there. Not the Jamaican lager. Come on, guys. Stick with me here. But let's go into the trunk real quick. It's going to be the same as the regular Z. I'm not about to go through all the details because they're still the same car essentially. Lots of practicality. Got a couple bags back here. Y'all know what I'm about to do as soon as I make this video. But super practical for a two-seater. You even got storage behind the seats up there. Even storage right. It's a lot of storage back there. Let's talk about that real quick. So behind these seats, we're going to have a couple storage bins. Well, not behind the driver's seat, but the passenger seat. Got this bin here. Opens out, can put owner's manual in there. And even has a little cubby down below that. A lot of storage back here. You even see a speaker. Brace. It's going to be a very rigid car, so we're going to need that. And we're still going to have a glove compartment, which it seems like is one behind the seat, but still got that intact. Got the Alcantara or synthetic Alcantara. I don't know. Be animal friendly. We don't need real leather no more. So might be synthetic. Definitely is synthetic, like a microfiber blend to look like suede. This interior is a very nice place to be. It looks good. And this one's going to look a little bit more upscale than the Z Performance from what I remember. See the nice touches with the leather around here. The micro suede. Got the Bose stereo. This one's going to have the paddle shifters. But let's just get to the driving part right now. That's what y'all want to see. The infotainment is going to be the same. Got a couple extra things added. The red stop start button. We got a D mode button that's going to put it in like normal, sport plus mode. Automatic shifter right here. I'll show y'all how to use it. Trust me, I got you covered. Let's go. But before I do, got a little bit of poverty spec. This is where our heated seats used to go. Poverty spec is just hard plastic. Let's spin the block in the 2024 Nissan Z Nismo. Beautiful infotainment and cluster. Very easy to read, very vibrant. This is the best cluster I've seen in any vehicle, and I've seen a ton of them. Put it in drive. Going to keep it in normal mode. So I'll put it in drive, press this button on the side, pull it back. That's slick. I like that. That's different, and not in a terrible way. This car is going to pick up a lot of rocks, and you might want to get some PPF on those hips in the rear and right behind the front tires as well. Definitely gonna be beating up the paint. Like I said, this is a full-blown track car, so y'all about to see in a minute just what I mean. Or actually, y'all about to see right now. We on the moon simulator, and this is the easy stuff. Camera about to bounce off my head. Yeah, definitely gonna want some if you on a daily drive this and your roads are as bad as mine, might want to step it down to the regular Z. Test out the turning radius. Got him. Great turning radius right there. And now we on the real moon simulation. We got some of these patched up because they were too big. Car is going to beat you up over the imperfections in the road. I cannot stress enough that this is a track car. Once you get on smooth pavement, it's going to drive like a champ. Even though it's on the very firm side, it's still not jarring. I've seen suspensions that are less sorted out, and these shifts can get aggressive, and I like that. It's going to add to the fun experience. That kick in the back, that's going to be a great driving experience, and you'll notice that more once you kick it up to Sport Plus mode. Sometimes even in the normal mode too, as the car gets warmed up and things are getting familiar, they're waking up. Some of them shifts can be a little bit on the boom power side. sound a little bit better than what I remember in the Z Performance as well. Opens it up a little bit more throaty. Got some burbles as well. All right. This is about to go into the little handling course. I'll dial it up to Sport Plus, put it in manual mode as well. Gotta slap it back one more time for manual mode. Get ready for takeoff. And like a bat out of you know where, HE double hockey stick. I gotta stop talking like this. My kids watch my channel, y'all. Y'all understand. This car is gonna remain flat at all times in any curve, any one that I've experienced, for that matter. Super flat, very rewarding. If you're on the back road, smooth back road at that as well. Uh-oh, these Priuses. What you doing, Prius? Pick a side. Where you going? Sometimes when you downshift though, the car wants to, it kind of hesitated. So I've noticed that a few times. It's like, should I go, should I not? I just did a simple downshift just to get in my power band. They kind of hesitated, Joe Johnson style. Listen to the audio. Audio is very good. You can hear the music with the windows down as well. I like its Bose system. I think it's about 8 speakers to it. And at first I had a huge gripe about these buttons on the steering wheel. You get used to it after a while. Initially, like, it's not really much to let you know that there's a something differentiating the buttons. You got this little nub on here that kind of sticks out. You kind of have to know where the buttons are, because like with this menu button here, when I'm skipping my tracks, I accidentally hit this one sometimes because it's kind of like indistinguishable between the two. Normal driving on normal roads, it's quiet enough on the inside. You can feel the suspension, just a little bouncy, but nothing jarring at all. Like I said, you could daily drive one of these till the road imperfections come up. Not gonna like it. I still think it's better than the Civic Type R. The Civic Type R and Plus R mode that's unbearable for me. This is probably the Civic's suspension and maybe the Sport mode or maybe even Comfort mode in the Civic. It's not as bad as the Civic. The Civic is the only car that ever made me have motion sickness. Alright, let me slap it in the manual mode. Drop a bunch of gears. Somebody trying to ruin my fun up ahead. Alright, they made up their decision. Sunday morning drivers. Sheesh. It's up to speed. Some people gonna say like, oh, it only has 420 horsepower. Like that's slow. Like, I don't know what happened in the world where people just need 600 horsepower. That's excessive. Nobody needs that, man. And I love to have fun. You can have all kinds of fun in this car, just with just with 420 horsepower. Even 400 horsepower in the regular Z is adequate, more than adequate. This will chirp the tires. You can drift this thing. Nissan, I ain't drift this car. I ain't do that. But you could if you want to. It's got the power to get out of there. And these tires are so grippy, you probably don't want to be drifting unless you get a different set of tires. On the highway, these seats, I wouldn't get any fatigue on here because I've been driving this car all week. There we go, those firm. We just took a dip. But these very comfortable seats. Feels like you're getting hugged everywhere. Just from the thighs, the back, where your love handles might be. I ain't got none of them. I've been working out. All the information that you need is easily available. You got the turbo, the battery, and whatever that other gauge is. can't focus on it right now. And then we can customize this screen. Well, not really customization, but it's a bunch of different screens. I've been averaging 21.6 miles per gallon. That's better than the other Z that I had. That's over 210 miles. Fantastic for a car of this horsepower caliber and the way that I've been driving it, because I haven't been easy on it at all times. But man, I'm gonna miss this car. Don't want to get this one back. This might be the first car that I'm like, hey, let me just drive it before they come take it away, Calgon. Crank it back up to Sport Plus. It's gonna hold the revs up higher. It's gonna keep you in that gear. So it took me from 9th gear to 5th gear when I went from normal to Sport Plus mode. And I'm gonna put it in manual mode, because I am a manual elitist. Why go to 7th gear though? I don't know. Hey, these cars got up out my way. That's the first. Such a great handler. This and the Z is like night and day almost. I can't believe this is the same car. It's how this car handles. The other Z was like more of a grand tour, more comfortable. This is unapologetically more sporty than that Z. More fun. This is a whole lot more fun too. Maybe it was the manual, because I wasn't impressed with the manual in the Z Performance. But in this Nismo, this automatic, they really fine-tuned this one. I haven't driven the automatic in the Z, the regular Z, but this one is fantastic from what I've been experiencing. I like it, and I exclusively drive manual. Like, if you're sending me a car, make sure it's got a manual. But I had to experience this car to see what it was like. And I haven't watched that many reviews, because I don't want to skew my opinion with other people's opinions. So this is just all Q right here. Like, I don't even think I've seen a single review on the Nissan Z Nismo, that is. It's very easy to drive this car. Too fast. Slow it down, Q. Nissan has been getting a ton of hate lately, and it's unjustified to me. Like, yeah, they're going through some financial issues, but they're doing what they can with the money they got to make a car like this. I'm happy it exists. And if I were the market, I would strongly consider one of these. I actually did consider one of these. But the way those markups were set up, dealerships were trying to charge $70K for a $55,000 Z. Pass, hard pass. But at $55K, still a little pricey. But it's a great car. That downshift down to first gear, it went from 3 to 1, because the car downshifts automatically for you. Once you get to a certain speed, just double downshift by accident. But we about to hop right back on this thing. This car is gonna remain flat, and you know it's got the power. I'm just waiting for this Mazda to go on up so I can. What I do like about this, the gearing isn't too tall. In recent memory, I drove the Lexus IS 500F Sport. In that car, third gear, you were almost at 100. This car, third gear, you were around 80, so you can at least go through the gears a little bit. So I enjoyed that a lot, so I can play with the paddle shifters. That's going to be a world of fun. So yeah, this amazing car, superb. I don't think I've ever seen the car go from how the Z was to the Nismo, how it can just upgrade so much. I give that one, it was like night and day. I give that one like a 7 out of 10. This one's got to be a 9.5 out of 10. That's outstanding. That's a huge upgrade. You're gonna pay for it. And I just enjoy driving this car, man. I encourage you guys to check it out. If you're looking for this or a super, give a strong consideration to the Nismo. Because Nissan's doing what I like what Nissan's been doing lately, especially with the lower end models, the cheaper cars. They're affordable. And this car, they did what they could. It's an older platform, but that don't mean it ain't good. They doing what they can with what they had. And I'm glad it's on the market, because sports cars aren't as plentiful as they once were.
Watch out, object on road ahead.
Oops, got to take that off geriatric mode. Yeah, we about to be wrapping this thing up. Let me get I can make it to 4th gear and still shy of 7,000. From what I'm seeing on there, I see the red line at 7,000. Yeah, it's an awesome car. Nissan knocked it out the park with this one, y'all. So, if you got any questions, drop a comment, let me know. We'll discuss that later. That's all I got to say about that, guys. So, drop a comment if you got any questions, let me know. And I'll catch you all in the next video, y'all. Y'all drive safe out there, you hear me? All right, peace out.